And here we go. We are back into it. It is going to be the grand finals of the 5E Arena Open Season 2. It's going to be After Gaming versus Wings Up. Right now, the score is 1-0. Wings Up to After. We are your casters. Hey, I'm Quack, and alongside with me is none other than Gobbles, aka Ray. How are you?
Well, a little bit cold after the break that we had, I have to say it, but I mean the players certainly do need it. It's the second best of 3 in a day, right? Now this is that you're really on the mark, right? Especially if you go to a third map. We've seen that before, I think, with Huatzai, right? In season 1, whereby they played 3 maps for their first series, and then they had to go all 3 against NG as well. And by the time it hit Mirage, the decider, you could see how tired they were, right? You can see. I mean, I think it's not. I think it's not out of line to say it is really quite a number of mistakes being made, but not because the players were bad, because you're really tired, right? You start
Exhaustion,
playing,
yeah.
yeah, you start playing at 2 and then you end around 8. So it's 6 hours, 7 hours of Counter-Strike straight. Yeah, it's not an easy feeling at all. But well, these players are, I guess they've been built for it. Hopefully.
Perhaps. I think it's important to know, everyone, even the viewers, if you're behind a computer screen all day for like 8-10 hours, remember to do some stretches, right? Stay hydrated. I don't know, do some posture checks, grab a snack or something. But here we go. The game is going to start. Need I remind you what is on the line here? I mean, of course, they've already secured themselves a spot in FunSpark Alti Asia Season 2, but there is a difference of 1,000 USD here. Whoever wins first place gets 2,000. Second gets 1,000. So that's what is on the line. And here we go. A little bit of a stalemate. They're not pushing just yet, but it's going to be the outside push for Wings Up, and Child King will be able. No, Martin is the one who gets the trade now. A bit of an A split, perhaps? No, they're actually, going in towards Mini, but Merrick wants to find them. No, in fact, actually, they just go all the way down fence. It's the B side completely open for Wings Up.
Yeah, so the bomb's gonna go down, and look at how far away the rotates are. They hear all the footsteps going towards ramp right now. Lan, up close and personal, has his teammate in support. 2 of them, in fact. Smoke going out the window, they will take away one of his potential help. Wow, Lan, nice headshot. Merrick deletes him in return. A second as well. Should have a good idea as to where the last player is, but ooh, Martin. Oh, I don't really like this. Yeah, knife out. He's gonna get taken down by Shen, and after gaming they do stabilize. Wings Up, they try to feign a bit of an A execute, right? The one player had actually thrown all his utilities, smoke and Molotov for the A site, and then Wings Up, what they were hoping that would cause is for all the rotates to be focused on that A site, but instead there was a player out in credit card. He got a kill, was traded out, but I think that just bought a lot of time for after gaming to actually realize what was going on. So Wings Up clearly do have a plan, but that round it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, especially towards the end as well. You might have gotten the bomb down. You might have somewhat of a one-way smoke, but that's the thing. If you leave your body, I mean, your body's still susceptible to bullets, even through the smoke. He got tagged down all the way to 10 HP, Martin, and unfortunately was not able to convert anymore. I mean, one-way smoke like that, you better make your shots count. He had to have the headshot, but now they're going to be exploding onto this A side, and they actually make it work. They take down the M4s. What the heck? They even managed to check out Heaven. They know to take Matt down, and I am excited now. But the M4 and the FAMAS still does its thing. Oh, it's all up to Wang now. In a 1v2, and Child King is super low. Might even get tagged down. Bomb has been planted, and it's all up to Wang to clear this out. Oh, the barrel gets spotted, and it's an easy shot for Didi. They actually make the force by work.
I love that round coming out from Wings Up. We throw back to the start of the round, right? Wings Up, they throw the diagonal wall of smoke outside. And what that does is it denies vision from the start of after gaming. And Didi, what he did there, he jumped on top of Silo with his Glock. He kept on firing bullets, perhaps feigning that it was a fast round outside, and perhaps that it was a full Glock eco. So I think from that after gaming, they weren't anticipating the A hit to come. And so you could see the player on top of Hart, he was completely blind when Wings Up went for the execute. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you prepare for a game of Nuke. For grand finals, nonetheless.
So impressed by Wings Up now. I mean, they did pick this map, so they definitely know what they're doing. But do they know that Shen has creeped up into control room have to be a little bit careful about this. There's a potential flank, and I don't want to see what happens if it pulls off. So right now, they might actually nope their way out of lobby. It's going to be Oi who spots out the information, but Shen has not pushed yet. In fact, a lot of shots being traded now. Lan wins the duel on the outside, and it's all up to Shen. Left position given away, and easy shot for Martin. 2-1 and WingsUp. They have the weapons, they have the money. What does After Gaming have? Answer, not so much.
I just want to say as well, that round again, to me, it looks as though WingsUp have prepared for After. Why? Normally, what After like to do, right? This is something we've seen throughout the course of the tournament. Whenever they lose outside, they want to go for lobby crunch, right? And that round with just the Deagles, it made perfect sense, right? A player creeped up towards hard, a player already pushed ramp, and they tried to crunch lobby. But WingsUp, they were just ready for them, right? There was no panic, no sweat on the T side at all. They knew exactly what was coming, and if you're after map number 1, after the first couple of rounds, this is not looking good.
Oh boy, certainly not. Gas just finding all the entries. Now back turn, but he's going to make it a 180. Gets the shot. Might not be able to get the third, but still damage has been done. And mind you, it was a mech 10, so even if he loses that weapon, 1050, whatever, man. It's going to be Lan who spots one out by Heaven, and the rest of the team has already made their way down onto the B site. Shen, of course, I mean, let's be serious. This is a pistol round. What can After really do?
Well,
not too
nothing.
much.
Nothing at all. They do get a kill, but Gas has already got $8,000 in the bank. So, WingsUp, keeping the past couple of rounds clean, right? The past 2 rounds. With 1 casualty, and After Gaming, this buy is not going to be too good at all, right? They've got Merrick and Wang on the AUG, so the outside player and the AWPer on the scoped weapon. We've seen what Simple can do, but you know, can After Gaming pull it out the bag as well? It remains to be seen. So DD perhaps feigning the possibility for Vent drop, and After Gaming, they look a little bit scared. Look at where the players are, so congregated on the side of After Gaming, towards CT and towards Heaven. It's towards ramp room that WingsUp decide to go. Only a player there to receive, and ooh, Shen caught off guard, but blinded still, able to find one.
Wow.
But wow, Martin. Well, if he's gonna step up into the server, then well.
Well, After definitely have to be a little bit more scared now, but as soon as we say that, Mad as well as Oi will be able to find some frags up on the A site. But here, down at the bottom of B, we have Martin and Child King, and the bomb has already been planted. 3v2, how do they take this? I mean, I think you mentioned before the B site can be a little bit difficult to retake.
Yeah, but the thing is, After Gaming, they have established control all the way to decon as well as control. So they should know that the players have to be on site or towards ramp. But whoa, dear, what a good flash from Child King, and he needed to win that fight dearly. They don't have a kit. After Gaming, they don't.
Wow.
Yeah, they have to run away, and not sure if Oi will be able to survive. I think he will just about, relatively comfortably, all things considered. But wow, WingsUp, 4 rounds on the board. After Gaming, this is what happens, right? You lose the force buy, you try to force back yourself, right? And then you leave too little cash in the bank, such that you don't have enough utility to combat the outside take from WingsUp. That's 1. And 2, even when you were able to pull off the retake, just didn't have time.
And oh my gosh, not enough time. It's just really, I'm very impressed by what WingsUp has right here. Merrick even spotting one out, but whether or not he can convert it into a kill is a whole other question. Lan has an op, and we have seen how deadly and aggressive he has been. But this time, what an angle! Using the box for cover, he actually takes Lan out, but it's going to be a trade from Martin as well. It's going to be Wang who tries to put a stop to this push, but I don't like it. I mean, the 4 AKs, they have control over the outside. They have a lot of room to work with. They haven't really decided where they're going to push yet. And in all that hesitation, I think Oi will be the one to put a stop to this. He actually takes them down, and all of a sudden, all that's left is going to be DD. The bomb is all the way at the back. He has 50 seconds left on the clock. What are your options here?
It was a pretty big mistake leaving the bomb outside of lobby. Otherwise, DD might have been able to trade the kill and then would have been a one-on-one, right? So now, well, technically, the world is his oyster. Just needs to pick his poison. Thinks that ramp is clear, and indeed he is correct. But question is, have after giving rotated one player over to B, they knew where the last two players were, right? There was a player on site as well as another right underneath heaven. So DD playing the numbers game reckons that the B side is clear, but he can't afford to make any footstep, right? Because the moment he does so, after we're gonna beat him on the rotate. So very silent, very slow, but he's still got a lot of forward positioning. Although Shen, he's quite close, yeah.
Oh no!
DD's, oh!
Not like this.
Yeah. Just not expecting Shen to be so close, right? You know, it's a matter of seconds, right? If Shen was slightly earlier, maybe DD catches him, then it becomes a one-on-one. Or DD probably would have liked to be a bit more careful there, right? You're completely blind, unawares as to where your opponents can be. But, well, I mean, if you're after, you're gonna be incredibly grateful for that, because this has offered them a way back, right? 2 AKs carried over, the saved weapon. They saved over an AUG and an AK. I think they found the majority of the kills. The Deagles had to chime in as well, but the player on the side, I think that was Oi, had a pretty big round. And, well, they would have him to thank.
Well, certainly looks good for after that round, but can I just say, it's kind of weird that they have Lan coming up with the op entry to lead the charge on the outside. How often do you let an op go entrying?
I mean, it is viable, cause I think especially because they knew that it would likely be against just Deagles and maybe a couple of safe weapons. But yeah, a little bit weird. I think he tried to take his time with the shot as well, right? But he just got punished for it. WingsUp look as though they're priming themselves when they execute. But I don't think they're gonna run in off the back of this. I think it's gonna be a bit of a double pump. So you see, full set of utility remaining, right? So WingsUp, they're gonna throw one round of utility. They're gonna see what they find. I think that's what they're gonna do. A minute on the clock there about, yeah. So just trying to draw out all the utility from after gaming.
And then they go in with their executes. That certainly seems like it could be a hit on towards the A side, and Oi wouldn't most likely be the first point of contact, but he actually goes all the way down to vents. Here we go, squeaky door open, and Child King is looking to flush out anyone towards the back of that vent. They push in, and they pretty much have control over this if they find the frags. Remember where Mads is. He has fallen, but now it's down to a 2v2. They stream up from the vents, and they have to play around the back of the pillars. Oh my gosh, they're trying to find the sprays, and they get it! It's going to be Lan with the AK now.
Well, talk about game plans. We thought they would do a double pump on A, but what they did is they went with a fake outside. They threw the deep L wall of smokes, right? So that cuts off vision completely if you're in garage or if you're all the way in heaven, right? So for all you know, there could be players crossing, which is why Oi went down the vents. But you know, and they read the timing perfectly, right? No sound cue given. They selected the right timing and they hit the A side at its weakest. And with Lan finding openers like that, you've got a lot on your plate. Merrick, Deagle not finding anything at all. Trying to trade out Lan. Oh, okay.
It's just fun to watch this guy. I mean, some of the plays that he makes are a little bit too risky for my palate, but it's still very fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I think the best part of it as well is, I mean, it's quite risky, but I think there is an element of that feels like he's doing it at rounds where at least he kind of can have a bit more room to maneuver in, right? When you see him in the gun rounds, I think he's
a lot more careful.
Yeah, a bit more restrained, right? Because the 2 rounds so far, we've seen him die kind of in a weird spot. One was against, I think both of them were just against, Deagles, right? After a round that WingsUp won, thinking that aftergaming had saved at most one weapon over, a couple of weapons over. And now all he needs to... Oh, he's made the middle of this. The gun barrel shows. And he falls.
That is all she wrote. But, I mean, at the same time, like, yeah, they were on Deagles. It was a small bit of a strategy. You go that aggressive, you kind of force every single player from after to divert their attention towards you. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, they make their way down to B site, which is fairly, viable, especially on an anti-eco round.
Exactly.
But now it's going to be a full buy. Let's have a different strategy, right?
Yeah. So early flashes going on towards A to make it look like it's an A execute, right? I can see what that's done to after gaming. The players on site, Wang, Oi, and Matt still have decent ability. Marek, we've seen this smoke time after time again. In fact, we just reviewed it. But look,
Gosh,
Wings
yeah.
Up, they're perfectly aware they're not going to give this fight to him. That's the difference, right? When you look at a team like Blast RNG, when you look at a team like BCO against a team like Wings Up, they know, they're aware of the tendencies, they're aware, they've seen this play a million times before, and they know exactly what to do.
That's right.
Don't
As
give
soon as
Marek the kill.
don't give Merrick the kills. As soon as they hear that smoke, it's like, okay, we know what he's about to do. Let's pump the brakes. And that is what they have done. Now that Merrick is pushed all the way back, he's even gone. They're going to make their way down into Secret, and Oi tries to stop them, but a little bit too late. Lan even actually pushed up onto Heaven now, and he calls out that the A side is clear. They try to make their way through Mini, but oh my gosh, Mad has switched up his positioning. Now from the back of Squeaky Door, he takes down the bomb carrier. Here's the drop from Lan, but immediately goes in to retrieve it. Oh gosh, Shen, he doesn't know that he's here. Needs to play it safe. Oh, easy flick for the guy. And immediately, along with it, the round win. 3-6 for After Gaming.
Well, that was... Oh, Matt, again, right, digging them out of a hole. Not near the top of the scoreboard this time, but, doing it in a different style. Normally, we see him up in Heaven. This time, he was at Squeaky. In fact, rendering Lan was up in Heaven, as kind of useless, right? Because he was able to take out the rest of his opponents, and then Lan, being in a very powerful position, wasn't able to reap the benefits of it. After Gaming put themselves onto 3, as you rightly mentioned. Wings Up with an outside wall of smoke is being deployed. Seems so they want to go back towards A. And at the moment, they have the right call, because there's only 2 players there, and it's the weakened weaponry of Oi, as well as Mad, who isn't up in Heavens. So that's a switch up for once, I think.
Switch up? I don't know if it's the right call, but so far it has worked out, and it's going to be Shen who finds first contact and immediately delays the push with his incendiary. And this buys time, it's information. After Gaming, I think it's a big advantage. Down to a minute left, and Wings Up has not figured out a way to break into a single site. And of course, being on a map like Nuke, it's so scary if they push open this Squeaky Door.
They have to.
Oh, they're gonna do it. Always on the other side. They take him down, and here we go. Up the ladder, but Child King should have your number. Wow, they even deny it with a molly.
Oh,
whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, gas. He spots it.
Here's him. Is he really gonna climb up the ladder? No way. Oh, he has to get a move on now because it's a 2-on-2. Slowly but surely inching his way up the ladder. Gas! Oh, that kill pretty much confirms it on the side of After Gaming. At least Shen knows that he can isolate a fight. But yeah, time's too far gone. In fact, through the HUD, Child King will tag up the last remaining player, and Gas will finish off the job. Wings Up onto 7. After Gaming, a man advantage squandered. And Wings Up, that was incredibly well played, right? And this is, yeah, After Gaming just being a bit too passive. They get the opener, but then they just tuck back into the little hidey holes too much. They give up outside, they give up ramp, and what do you want to do, right? You're playing blind. You have to react to what the Wings Up are doing, and they're gonna take it with open arms.
Yeah, they just walk right in and take whatever they can get. They push open a Squeaky Door, then they actually get the frags along with it as well. Now, Merrick spots one out with the B250 headshot. He gets one, but not going to be able to follow up on it. The rest of the team are already there to trade things off. Well, actually, no, he's kind of still alive, but they've already made their way down the ramp, and this is a position where the Deagle can do so much. Boy, we've seen this before. He's doing it again. Okay, Child King. Oh, there's one more.
Ooh, the USB's been spotted, so now they know where the last remaining players are, but Oi is fast on the flank, needs to turn at the right time though. Oh dear, incredible off angle being held by Childcake, and Oi, despite getting 2, isn't able to make it any more doable for his team. Boy, was that close.
Yeah. Boy. That was close. That was close. Alright. So now they've saved up. It's going to be 8-3 after gaming. They're going in with a buy that's slightly more comfortable for them. Shen with Yop, I guess, a little bit on, but we have seen him play that around ramp before. More importantly, Merrick as well as Wang with the scoped weapons probably on the outside, and this is where they will shine, but it's going to be a lobby push so far for WingsUp. The door has been smashed open, and immediately with the peaks will be DD. He takes one down, looks for the next, but wow, there we go. The scoped weapons.
Cavalry has arrived. Oh, 8 players on the site arriving on A. WingsUp, do you still want to go for this? I think they've heard the second player drop onto site. They need to change up their positions, but they still opt to take the bait. So hook, line, and sinker. Chowking, not expected to be there. Here's the player up in heaven, gets the headshot. 1-on-1 now, knows where the last player is, swings. Oh,
we're so close. Kind of had the drop on both of them and even got the headshot up onto heaven, but unfortunately, that's just Wang doing Wang things with the op.
Yep. Wow, Wang things. And best part of it is he's not even the one. Yeah, I think in a lot of these games he's been kind of behind, but wow, oh dear, that's a huge miss. Op given over as well. Martin deletes him out of the server. Doesn't even get the weapon himself. In fact, he goes for the gas. Goes for the LAN instead. Yeah, the primary opper for the team. And Merrick playing with fire. So now he's in a world of hurt here, all on his own. I mean, the vents will get traded out by gas. And after gaming, not like this. You did the hard work. Not even aware that it could be a player from behind. Wow. Wings up.
Certainly wings up. But the players are, oh my gosh, okay. Matt is over by Decon, and he's made a lot of noise. Presence has been alerted, and, well, he's able to take one down. Immediately incendiaries, but hey, surprise, from the back, DD is there. Man, after you praise Wang like that, and he goes and makes a play, look, come on, dude.
I was about to say, right, as the opper for the team, I would think that normally, especially if you look at someone like Lan, who's having an incredible final so far, right? You look at the other side, you look at what's kind of lacking for after. If you look at it pound for pound, I think the biggest difference you can find, I don't want to sound too mean on this, but I would think it's between two oppers, right? Riflers, pound for pound, I think they're pretty even, but yeah, just Wang on the op, and throughout the tournament, right, he's just not the type of player to expect to go for duels, right? But I think in the current state of the meta, you kind of have to be willing to take a couple of risks and at the right time. Wang tried it, but that was against Deagles, where they could well be grouped up together, turtle up, trying to hunt you down, and that was exactly the case.
Yeah, I guess it maybe just an ill-informed guess. I don't want to say that he's not capable of winning duels. I mean, I think, not. Yeah, he has. Was he the one who got an ace on?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was, right. So he certainly is capable. It's just sometimes you make the wrong call and you're just unlucky. I guess you happen to be in a spot where 5 or 4 Deagles were rushing down towards him, but this time around, slightly more successful. They're able to put a stop to so many members of the WingsUp squad. They tried to make a push down ramps, I believe, and 2 of them fell. 1 dropped outside, and now it's DD and Child King, the last 2 members alive.
And that round, well, you know, we kind of don't want to. I mean, we kind of talked about Wang a little bit not in the best of light, but this round I think he did good for the team, right? Opener at ramp with the op, holding a safer angle, right? So he's not one that you would expect to be too gutsy, too ballsy. Same case for Shen, but well, let's still going to nab them the round. Good adjustment from Child King, but after gaming, they at least put themselves up on 2-5. Sean and Merrick leading the charge. Mad, again, talked about him in the first map. So far, lacking as well for his side. I think they need him to show up pretty quickly, otherwise WingsUp, well, 10-5 going into the second half. And this was the map pick, so 6 rounds is all they need on the CT side.
Well, let's see what happens, right? Okay, so the graphics are a little bit messed up. It's going to get updated in a second. There we go. It is after gaming on the T side, and, well, I don't know how good they can be, but here we go. It's going to be Oi who gets the trade, and now they want to push onto this A side really quick, but Child King already repositioning himself, even gets the bomb carrier dropped. Martin is going to find one as well, and again, death from above, DD does his thing. It's, my god, each and every single one stepping up to the plate on the side of WingsUp.
After gaming, the flashes were good as well, right? I think the entries kind of did their job, right? Making themselves as difficult targets to hit as possible. But the spacing just kind of fell a little bit off, right? And sometimes there will be the distance on Nuke between the players throwing the utility and the ones going out. But I think even between the entry players themselves, it seemed a little bit too far apart for my liking. Pretty sure to yours as well. Wow, DD suddenly feeling himself out. Gas. Couple of kills around the outside as well. The SMG is just farming.
Yep, farming would be the word. I get a kill, you get a kill, we all get a kill, and now we are down onto round 18. Score is 12-5. WingsUp, they did their homework. After, what about you guys?
This would certainly be the round they won, but look, just take a look. Like, WingsUp, they've been so good at managing the economy that they go into round number 3. On Mirage, we saw them with all M4s. Now they got an AWP on DD, but he still loses the duel to Oi. And that'll be a huge confidence boost going forward as well. Not stopping, but see, this is why. Just why, right? It's getting brawly now. It's getting very, very messy. Very scrappy.
Okay, maybe that's what After wants. Scrappy, and they start winning duels, and then now they come in with this perfect, I guess, rotation down onto the B site. And Gas and Martin are, well, none though. Oh, wait, Martin. No.
Wow.
And just like that, we have a 2v1. Merrick, what are you going to do, boy?
1-on-2, he does a flash, and Gas trying to get himself out of ramp as well, but Merrick is trapped all the way back through decon. I think they know where he is. Trying to hunt him down, but he's got enough time to make it all the way round back to double doors. WingsUp, they're blind to this, but, well, both players holding for the swing, and Merrick tried his best, give it a good shot, but yeah, WingsUp, you'd always tend to favor him with that one, especially with the incendiary left on Martin.
Oh man, as long as there's a numbers advantage, I think my money's gonna be on WingsUp. But whenever it goes to be kind of scrappy, brawly, it kind of starts to look like After prefer that, and then they start to take a lot more trades and frags. But this time around, full buy, not the best utility. I don't like this. DD again with the AWP posted up as well. I mean, this time he's not pushing aggressively, but it's going to be a bit scary. And After I have to be a lot more careful. I mean, we're towards the end of the second half already.
They've been very silent about the creep up into its secret, and don't know exactly how many across. Lan might just call it clear, not knowing. I mean, he knows there's the potential, which is why Chalking is jigging the angle. So now he'll deploy his smoke. Doesn't know exactly how many players there are behind it, but Lan, there's no way After Gaming accounts for this. So the longer they take, the more powerful Lan's position becomes. And guess what? The first player who dropped might just well be the bomb. There's a player in Squeaky. Here's the player running back, and Lan. Wow!
Double kill, bomb carrier gone. You said it, dude. The longer he's in that position, the more powerful it becomes, and that is what we just saw.
Right, the aim as well, the immediate flick onto the second guy. What is that? If you're after, there's nothing you can do. Didi just
Wait,
aware, guess, legs out, but Didi misses a shot as well. Okay.
all right. Now it's all up to Mad. Come on, this is your time to shine. Show up onto the server. It's a 1v4. You could. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Well, 14-5. Gas might have lagged out, but it's okay. It's okay. We can get the frags. And now they're going to call for a timeout, I suppose, to let Gas reconnect back into the server. But at the same time, okay, loss bonus is almost, I guess, full on the side of After Gaming. They can just keep buying AKs, maybe Galils, or whatever else they want at this point. Looks like, wow, actually, they want to save, maybe. But at this rate, they lose this round. It's match point. And then what happens?
yeah, what happens
Okay.
from there, right? You're playing on the back foot yet again, right? I mean, back on Mirage, it was what, 15-8? That's when after we were able to string 5 rounds together. But I think it's pretty fair to say that for the grand finals, WingsUp have definitely showed up, but equally and perhaps just as importantly, After Gaming have kind of tailed off a little bit, right? You can see that the things that we kind of praise them for, being able to keep the spacing well, relying on the fundamentals to a decent extent, it's kind of weakened off a bit, right? Even rounds where they find the opener, they overextend, get shot through the smoke. I mean, you have the AK, the bullets are pretty clear, right? Referring back to the round where DD was killed at ramp first, and then I'm not quite sure who the player was. I think it was Merrick, maybe. No, it was Oi, right? He found the kill on the DD. He continued his advances at ramp, even though he was
Mm-mm.
smoked off. Then he was taken out clean through the smoke, right? Like, oh, what's the point, right? You have a man advantage.
Yeah.
Cherish it, right? Because it's not easy to come by against WingsUp, and well, they've had what's it been now? About 50 rounds played to figure that out. Not just
Right.
50 rounds, right? These teams you pointed out in map number 1, they will scream against each other. They have played each other on LAN even, and
Mm-hmm.
really, this is the grand finals that we're getting. Surely there's more to come from after.
Surely. But now that they're on the T side, I hate to say it, but it just doesn't seem that way. And well, I guess there are problems on Gas's side, and okay, he's back, but it certainly is weird. Like you said, shares the numbers advantage. They could have fallen back, but the fact that they didn't, and that just says to me that it's kind of like it's a bit of a. I really hate to say it, but it seems like they're playing a little bit on autopilot. They start just pushing in. Let's see if we can get frags. If it doesn't happen, then they lose. If it does happen, sometimes it turns into a brawl because WingsUp is just good at trading, and it keeps going back and forth. We have yet to see an explosive or a proper set piece from After.
Yep. Yeah, I think you've got it spot on, right? It's when you feel like you have to do everything for the team. Each player feels that way, and because of that, you get 5 individuals playing for themselves. Not necessarily really just for themselves, right? I think they understand
Their
what's
own
at
individual
stake.
game.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah,
just too focused on their own mechanics and trying to find the frags as opposed to looking at it from a bigger perspective, and that's what can happen when you're getting kind of blown out of the water by WingsUp, right? On Mirage after that first half, and even in the first couple of rounds, right? After they did well to get 2 towards the end, but well, in the second half, it's been all WingsUp so far.
all wings up, and well, even with 5, it's not the best, especially if you're starting on CT, and especially after we've seen incredible performances from players like Mad, but this time it's just he's not quite there. And also, one player reconnected, another one disconnected, I think, and
Well,
that would be Oi. Yeah. So we're gonna take a little bit more time, but for now, it's. I mean, what more is there to say? It really is just a little bit disappointing to see this from After.
yeah, I think that would be the right word. I guess if they're fans as well,
I want to believe, but I want
yeah,
to believe.
yeah. I mean, we do know what they're capable of when they're I guess that is kind of the thing when we look at teams in general in
Hmm.
Asia, be it East Asia. I think we're gonna see something similar from the Southeast Asian teams as well. It's when you can get rounds of brilliance, you can get moments of brilliance, but it's not quite sustained. You talk about Navi and their most recent win at DreamHack Masters, right? It's a 50-50 coin, right? One day, they show up, everyone's playing well, right? Perfecto, Boomich, they're all turning up. You've got Bit coming in as well now. I think like after, right, sometimes you've got, players shining on form, right? Shen played well yesterday. Uh, Matt was doing well, Marek as well, and then today, in the grand finals, it's kind of the opposite, right? It's never quite sustained, and don't know where to find the reason for that. Is it because WingsUp are just playing that much of a different style? I mean, yes, the opponents earlier were easier to face, but after gaming, I would have thought that they would have a bit more procedures in place or like a bit more, you know, practices that they would know how to run. But at the moment, it's been wings up, man. Like, just if you look at the executes, if you look at the defaults, if you look at the CT sides, pound for pound shouldn't be this big of a gap. But when you take all the other factors in, I think Wings Up, they're really showing us why. Maybe the experience of Didi as well, right? If you link back to when he was in Tailu, the experience from playing with that team, mean, this is where he's been able to transfer it over to some of the players, right? I mean, you saw Martin, his aim has been incredible, but I think his decision making is one that makes him stand out as well. Someone like Lan, who, yes, a bit aggressive, at times, a bit over aggressive as well, but you can see, right, when it comes to gun rounds, he knows when to hold back just a little bit more. And
Just a little.
yeah,
But yeah, it certainly is. I don't know. What do you think? Could it be experience, individual performance? I mean, just taking a look at the statistics on HLTV, every single player, well, 4 out of 5 of them at the very least, they have positive ratings on the Wings Up squad. For after, not all positive. Some of them have their numbers down in the red, some of them less than 1, just by a bit. But aside from that, I mean, the roster, they've been playing together for a fairly long time now. At the very least, it is 8 months, and they certainly have experience, playing with other teams as well. I think it's important, well, interesting to note that one of the players on After, he's kind of a mystery. If it's not Ronan Baby, then who is it?
yeah. I will think as
Could
well if it's not Ronin. I think I don't know. Like yesterday, I thought Shen was playing a bit more on the A side on the CT side, but then today he's went over to ramp just and yesterday Shen was doing a lot of the entry work, right? But then today it seems as though he's kind of taken a step back. I'm not really sure what's going on exactly there, but what is for sure is we are going to head back into the game. No, I thought with a couple of quick switches we were ready to go. Uh, well, seems as though we will take. Oh, he's back in the server, so that's a good thing. And the players are purchasing up, so yeah, but
Yeah,
time's running
there
out.
we go.
Yeah, time's running out though for after. You need to make this round count. So Wings Up, they were able to steal a couple of rounds away with just deagles, just pistols. Can after do the same? If there was a time to do it, it would have to be now.
But taking a look at their buy, I mean, okay, they're on T side. They've got one Tech 9, one Deagle, one CZ, and then the rest of them P250s. Where's your best bet with a buy like this?
Oh, fast, right? I mean, on the CT half, Wang got a very warm welcome with deagles charging him down outside, right? But I mean, Wings Up, they won't offer up the same level of mistakes. Do you reckon they're gonna be successful on this A attempt, Kendro? Well, I think we've got an answer already.
Yep. Oh no. Jeez. Door open, you swing in, you get mollied, everything just flies at your face. Bullets and all over the place. It's just a complete bullet storm and everyone dies. I think that was a flawless win for Wings Up as well. And here we are. It's match point. Last round, one more round away from victory for Wings Up, and along with it, 2,000 US dollars. Just this, it has to be now or never for after. And, well, Martin had just got a double all the way up towards ramps. I mean, they tried to go aggressive, but not like this after.
This has been quite the impressive showing from WingsUp. And that would be an understatement, I feel.
Oh,
Gas
Gas
with
hurt
this
the
off
scope.
angle. Yeah, might just go for the knife as well. Nope, has a bit more respect. Goes for the headshot at 2-on-4. What do you reckon, Control? Is this the end?
Is it? Let's see. Surely, Merrick can do it. It's a 1v4. Players have done... Okay, never mind.
Well,
I thought that would have given him some encouragement, but that is going to be it. And WingsUp, hashtag WingsUp, are your grand finalists, grand champions of the 5E Arena Open Season 2 East Division.